So, Keyshawn, are you okay with LeBron playing this many minutes this soon?
Absolutely. If his body can endure that, he can handle it, Skip. I'd rather be out in front, right? I'd rather get these W's while we can, and we can put them together. Now we need to rest him along the way as we continue to win and we get out of the month of December, into January, close to All-Star break, all those sort of things. Let's see where we're at in the win column, and then we can start scaling back a little bit, then ramp him up again as we start to get toward a stronger playoff push. So I don't have a problem with it at all. Clearly, when he's playing, he's giving it his best, especially in the fourth quarter. If you can continue to get what you got from AD, which was the 26 points and the 19 boards, and shooting only 1 3, I'll take that all day long with LeBron James playing and us winning games. Look, you want to win. That's the bottom line. And you want to put all them W's together and see where you're at in the end so you can have the right seeding, the right situation. But you don't want to peak too early. You don't want to peak too early. So pulling it back from him at some point in time toward the middle of the season and letting him rest up a little bit more and then turning it back on toward the end, I'm all for that.
And he picks his spots, Skip. It's not like he's sprinting every possession. He's all out 100% every possession. He's cruising throughout the game. He's cruising on defense. He's picking his matchups. He's picking his spots. That's what a veteran does, Skip. That when he's playing long minutes, he knows how to pace himself throughout the game. Last night, it was a big game for D'Angelo Russell. D'Angelo Russell had 28. You know, he paced it. We talked about AD. AD had a big game, 26 and 19. So it doesn't have all the scoring responsibility didn't have to be on his back. So he was able to facilitate, to distribute. He did hit some big shots down the stretch. He hit a big 3. He drove to the lane, hit a big lay. But I think it's going to be fine, Skip. He played in the National Basketball Association for a very long time. What is this, year 21? So I don't see it. I don't see it being an issue.
And what was he averaging his first couple games? 27 minutes? So they ticked up a few more minutes. That's not going to kill him.
No, but he played, you remember, against Phoenix. They were without Book and Beal, remember?
I understand.
So he just said, I got to play the whole fourth. So he played all 12 minutes of the fourth quarter to avoid the shame of losing to a team without 2 of its top 3 stars.
Well,
right?
that's what you're supposed to do when you're LeBron James.
All right. But then
you want to win.
I don't want anybody to come crying to me about how in the playoffs he ran out of gas. There's no more excuses about he ran out of gas in the playoffs.
This is a different year, man.
Oh, this is different? Well, why
it's a different year. It's a different year. It's a different plan, Skip. The plan is...
Okay. I thought the plan was to really parse out his minutes, to be very... committed early on, not to play.
Well, I don't know if it was early. I don't know if it was early on or not, or people just assumed it was going to be early on.
Well, that's what they talked about before the year started.
I think, though, Skip, over time, we will see his minutes reduce, and we'll see his minutes increase on a game-by-game basis.
Okay, but you got to be careful
Skip,
early, right?
Yeah, I mean, not really. You let him determine it. Darvin Ham is doing that. He's letting him determine it. He knows. Hey, LeBron James is at the point in his career where he can make those decisions personally. He went to, 10 finals in a row, Skip? Like, that's a lot of minutes. That's a lot of minutes. His playoff minutes are probably as much as a total regular season minutes if you combine them all together. So I'm sure he has those minutes on his body, but he knows what he's doing, Skip. He knows when he needs to go, when he doesn't need to go, when he can cruise. Just because he's on the court doesn't mean he's all out 100%. He's going, hey, I know when to pick my spots. I know when to facilitate. I know when to drive. I know when to take my shots. And that's what he's doing. He's giving it to D'Angelo Russell to bring it down the court at times. He's giving the ball to AD and letting him go to work on offense at times. And at times, he's taking it upon himself to score the basketball. So I don't think it's going to be an issue. I'm sure he'll find games. The NBA made the new rule that, you can't rest players without approval and all that.
No, that's
but it doesn't apply to LeBron James because
national TV games. Yeah.
Right. Right, so, but LeBron James is excluded from that because of the amount of time and amount of...
That is correct, and plus that game last night was on NBA TV, but it wasn't on a big national network. So you could have skated on last night. It was Orlando at home, and I know they had
W, though.
Okay, but again, couldn't you have gotten the W without LeBron last night?
Clearly, we must feel that we couldn't, and we must feel that we want some cohesion with the unit. And having him out on the floor will bring that. If we had him sit out, then all of a sudden we still trying to figure out how we going to run offenses and defenses. This is the beginning of the season. They want to have some team chemistry out on the floor together.
Okay. Does it matter at all to you that LeBron is already second in the league in turnovers so far? That's not like him. What does that say?
When you touch the ball as much as he touches the ball, you're going to have some turnovers.
Okay.
That's the
Does
reality.
it bother you so far that he's now 7 of 23 from 3? That's 30%.
No, it doesn't bother me, no. Because he hits he's been hitting big dagger shots when we needed him to.
No, I didn't see a dagger last night. He hit one with like 4 minutes to go.
I mean, it might not have been necessarily a dagger, but at the same time, they felt
Does it bother you that he's now 11 of 19 from the free throw line? 11 of 19, that's 58%.
Well, he's never going to be 19 of 19. We already know that, Skip.
Okay.
He's not a 85%, 90% free throw shooter. That's not. He's not 95% free throw shooter.
So to your
want him
point,
to be at 95%.
No, I want him to be at 80%. How about 80? I mean, Jordan was 84%.
We not.
You know, most of the greats are all up around 90. KD's up around 90.
Well, he ain't going to be at 84.
Magic.
We'll take what he gave us, and we're going to run with it.
Okay, all right. So the point last night was they actually did need him to play the fourth quarter because I'm going to show you what happened at the end of the game. It got dicey, and Banchero's got 2. I'm going to show you in a row. Banchero has 2 great looks because one's a bunny at the basket. I was very surprised he didn't cash that one. He left a little short going right up into AD, and then he gets a 3, a wide-open 3 from the corner, and he's pretty good with that shot, and he missed that one badly. And then here's the end. LeBron gets his fingertips on Wagner's shot, which was good, but Jalen Suggs gets the rebound and goes right back out, fakes up under AD, and had a wide-open look. That was to force overtime. So that's the Orlando Magic, and you needed LeBron last night to get you home. In that game.
And there's nothing wrong with that. If we need him to get us home, Skip, why is that a deterrent? Why is that a problem? Just because he needed to play in the fourth quarter and do what he does to uplift us and win the game, that's a problem for you. Because if he didn't play, it would be a problem. And then he plays, it's a problem. Like, make up your mind. Which one is it? He damned if he do, damned if he don't.
No, he's not.
He is, though.
No. If I had been the coach last night, although LeBron wouldn't listen to any coach, he just does what he wants to do. If I'd been the GM, if I'd been the owner, I would have gone to LeBron and said, maybe you should sit this one. Let's try to keep your gas tank full going toward the playoffs. Let's try to be smart early about this because he did run out of gas.
4 months away, man.
Okay, but just
or 5 months away.
Be smarter earlier.
Skip, nothing he does right now and October is going to affect what happens in the playoffs, Skip. Now, if you were talking about in March, you know, if you were talking about later, next year, you know, in 2024, then I would be with you, Skip. But you're talking about October of 23 and resting him for playoffs in 24. I don't see that. If you came to LeBron James as a general manager and said, hey, this is the 4th game of the season, we want to rest you. I know you've been playing it. He would have said, hey, excuse me, brother. Get out of my face. I got a game to play.
Well, that's exactly what he probably said. That might have happened. That might have taken place.
But again, Skip, we are trying to get the wins in the win column.
All right, I got
so that we're up come playoff time. Now, we're not chasing like we did last year.
All right, is it fair then?
We're not in the play-in.
The out-of-gas excuse is defunct now. There's no more. No, on this show, I don't want to hear one person say, he ran out of gas in the playoffs.
Well, if he runs out of gas in the playoffs, he runs out of gas in the playoffs. What are you talking about, Skip?
Because you could have rested. You could have kept gas in your tank.
Rested in the October to play in May?
It's a long season, man. Come on.
So you want me to rest now to play in May?
This is the 4th game of it.
Okay, but this was the plan. This is all they talked about. We got a new plan. We got a new goal to keep him fresher.
Well, they may have a new goal in the new plan.
Not the 4th game of the season, Skip. He wants to play basketball. The 4th game of the season, he's not resting.
They just started.
It's Orlando?
Yes,
that's the
point. Winning is important whether you know it or not.
You're making my case. They just started, so there's no reason
to rest him at all, to let him play.
This. No.
Again, you may not think winning is important. W's are important. Okay? We don't want to be in a situation that we were in a year ago in the play-in, fighting and scratching and clawing to try to make the playoffs.
All right. No more excuses. It's over. It's defunct. He cannot run out of gas because he's He's Iron Man. He's incredible. Okay, we got it.
I can't.
All right, back to the National Football League. Oh, no.
I need a tequila.
You don't need a tequila. We don't drink on this show.
Dealing with you.
Drive us to drink.
Are the Lions about to win home field advantage all the way to the Super Bowl?
Uh-oh.
Like that.
Well,
Yikes.
we know who they beat the last time they won a playoff game, don't we?
I don't.
No mercy, no mercy, no mercy.
Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Do you want more highlights from the show? Make sure to click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from Undisputed.